What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on this channel. I suppose I should start doing this now. Please remember, if you have not, if this is your first time, welcome aboard. I hope you all are having a great day and continue to have better ones into the future. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button or the like button, whatever we're calling it nowadays, whichever's, more sufficient. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe as well and hit that notification bell. I did that right? We're going to get right into it before I get too randy in the intro. We avoided this last time, so we're going to avoid it this time. Sometimes life, like aspects of this game, are actually quite tedious. And it sucks because, some of the most important things in life are somewhat tedious. So it's just a natural course of things. It just sucks because, you wish more things and or people would respect your time. I would argue this game does not let you do that. We're going to skip this shit. We're not going to see anything new here, and plus this game is quite old by now, and this is like intro stuff. This is like New Game Plus. I'm just doing it solely to get like trophies, achievements, nano suits, whatever. So nothing special to be seen here, but it's the game we're using because I feel like it demonstrates my point. For as great as this game is, it is not very respectful of your time. And what's tedious is going through all you need to collect all these different suits, which I'm not even done with yet. Actually, I can't even show them off because I'm in combat right now. But yeah, like you got to collect all these different suits, and there is just over 1,000 collectibles. Like there's about as many collectibles throughout this entire game as there are Pokemon. Like I wish I was kidding, because I went ahead and got them all. But some aspects of life are like that too. Like if you're trying to make a decent retirement fund for yourself, regardless of what your choice is, whether it be a 401k or a Roth IRA or the many different variants of these different things that there are, because, school doesn't teach you that. It takes a while to build it up, right? Unless you got a ton to put in right away, which, unless you're like a trust fund baby or you still live with your parents or whatever, you don't got that. You don't have that huge advantage. So you're starting from something small and you're slowly watching it grow or barely grow, depending on what the stock market is actually doing. Whatever means you choose to ethically grift, as they say. We have to choose the ethical way, of course, because, the people in power don't have to be ethical about it, but they get away with it. That's the difference. So I didn't mean for this to get political. I'm going to get off that. But yeah, it's just some things take longer than others. You want to get a license, that takes time. You want to learn a new skill in life, you got to do a certification and or go back to like go to like a tech school, or like I said, get a certificate. Or if you don't do either of those things, there's always YouTube. I think I just went backwards. There's also YouTube, which, you can do it all for free, but there's still time, and you never get time back. People don't really compensate you for lost time, but that's a lot of things. It's the one currency in life that just you can't replenish it. You can always make more money. It's easier said than done. But you can always replace money. You can't replace time. So if you're spending your time, you always want to have the best use of it. And going back to what I was saying before, like, look at all these costumes. Like, it's cool that I have all these options and everything. But, was it worth the time put in? That's the question. And then when you go to New Game Plus, you have all these other freaking skills too. But anyway, like, yeah, there's all this stuff. And some of it, you got to get it all over again because you beat the game. And not everything necessarily transfers over. Also, if you see me moving to the left randomly like a bunch of times, like you're seeing right now, just quick notice, anyone that's seen me play this on stream knows I'm running into this at this point, and I still have yet to fix the issue. Every PS5 controller I have has stick drift, so that's that. Earning enough money to replace a controller, because controllers ain't cheap. They're as much of as a game. So that's more life tedium taking place, right? You want to get approved for a house. Takes time. I can't really speak from experience there, but so I've heard, right? You gotta do a background check for a new job. Takes time. You can't really control that, so I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of tedious aspects to life. You know, you want to start working on a new financial plan to go towards a moving goal. That takes time. Usually you can't just pull those funds out of your butt, so it takes time to do that. Even if it's just like a bigger purchase that you want to do. Like personally, I need a computer that doesn't lag to high hell, so I'm working on a PC fund. That takes time. But you know, that's life. It's a normal thing to consider. And you kind of just have to be okay with it. You start a new job, instead of actually getting formal training, they tell you to look at a PowerPoint. Or, hey, here's these videos, come back to me in a day or two. It's tedium. And I guess the only real question when it comes to tedium is, with life, you can only choose so much in that regard. Like, you're going to run into tedium at some point, and you're just going to have to deal with it. But there are times when you can say no. But it also comes down to knowing personal values. Like, what do you decide on your own accord is worth your time or not? Because that's going to help with juggling through the tediousness of things. Did I need to spend a bunch of free time trying to get all the collectibles in this game? No. Do I need to spend even more to complete everything for the sake of getting trophies? Also no. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Is it the best use of my time? Probably not. But hey, I'm recording this video as part of it, so I'm gonna go with, I don't know, I don't have anything that's actually logged the amount of time I put into this game so far, so I can't really measure it based on anything. But we're gonna say it was worth it. If you think I remember where to go, you'd be sorely mistaken. Which also leads to more tedium. Because the linear sections of the game, which I suppose you could say to some extent is any area that isn't an open world area of the game, you don't get a map. And there definitely should be one. There just isn't. Am I going back where I came from? Shit. I might be going back where I came from, people. More tedium. Can't make this stuff up. I think I'm going backwards. We're gonna run into a lot of different things that we don't necessarily want to do. And, you know, that's kind of the game of life. But knowing how to properly balance that is key. You know, you can't give your time to anything or everything and everyone. Right? So you gotta work to pay the bills. I definitely went backwards. Fuck! I swear, if this video gets more attention than most I've posted on here thus far, half the comments are gonna be, this guy can't be this stupid. He's just going to the same places over and over. There's no way he gets that lost. Lo and behold, welcome to the channel. It is a stream slash content trope that I will, if there's a way to get lost in a simple freaking area, leave it to me. Perfect dodge. Or something. I don't know. I call things terms in games, and it may or may not be correct. Some stuff I just refer to it as they are in Souls-likes, because it is tedious to sit here and try to memorize the different terms for things in games that are just... Like, I suppose we can't just call every save point a bonfire, but, you know... It would sure as hell be easier picking and choosing where to use one's time. The fuck is this? I see a green thing. Aha! I can do more... What? Whoa! I get new enhancements. This is like no shit to people who have been playing this already, but like this is new to me. This is not Tedium. I can just make my attack even stronger right out of the gate with these extra freaking weapon cores. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Yeah. Not Tedium. There's extra drone upgrade modules. Well, good thing I didn't just completely ignore them, I guess. And that's it. I'm broke. Being broke. Recovering a nest egg. Hell, making a nest egg at all. Having a savings. That takes time. Especially depending on what you make, right? You gotta wait.
Adam?
It's Tedium.
Yeah. About yesterday.
One of many examples of Tedium. Having to fight this guy again, Tedium. Even though we're on story mode to make it be less Tedium. Because, you know, we've technically done this already. And we're just doing it again for the sake of getting the third of 3 endings. Perfect dodge. You know, I can't measure that damage because I'm playing on an easier difficulty. That's the thing, too. This might be New Game Plus, but even if it's not, if you just want to have fun with a game, and you have difficulty options, hey, you can avoid more life tedium by making things easier for yourself.
Positive.
And making the most of the experience that you're choosing to have in your free time. Because again, you don't get time back. It's a very crucial point. One of mortality as well, as you will. It's just the cycle of life as is, you know? You never know how much time you got. So, what's not tedious is going to your loved one of choice and giving them a hug. If you're watching this and you're with someone that fits that category, feel free to do that real quick. I'll wait. No, really, I'm dead serious. The video will still be here. So will these, for those interested. All right, getting back on track. From the back. See, if you're sneaky in this game, less tedium. You don't have to actually fight bosses. Or fight bosses. I can talk. You don't have to actually... You don't have to fight them. You don't have to deplete their health gauge. That was... And yes, that was me totally spamming parry with nothing coming at me. Being better at playing a game in general avoids tedium. Because in more difficult sections, or more difficult difficulties in this case as well... if you get good, as they say, then you avoid having to do the same part over and over and over and over again. Of course, you could avoid that entirely with what I mentioned earlier. You know, where you don't necessarily have to if you just play in a different difficulty. Even if you're like the best Souls player ever, you're going to get to a toxic swamp. The inevitable toxic swamp. Because Miyazaki is obsessed with them. That's Tedium. Whether you like those games or not, those sections are 100% pure fucking Tedium. And that's just it. Like, there's no other way to put it. They're not fun. There's probably someone out there that has fun with them. But I'd like to think the average person that values their time thinks it's just totally fucking tedious and or unfair. I think both are legit points. And they'd be right. Don't know where the fuck to go. I am fucking slow. Oh, hi. I think I figured it out. Hey, it's the Hammerhead Horse Guy. Wow, he is nothing on the easiest difficulty. Alright, moving on. Life overall is going to be tedious. Hopefully not entirely. But to some extent, things are going to be tedious, and you're going to have to do a whole bunch of shit that you don't want to do. If you can properly balance that with enough things that you do like to do, you're in pretty good shape. So, I would advise to anyone seeing this, and I'll probably cut this off at some point, because, like, there's only so much I could say on the subject. Especially when it comes to this. I would say, take a good look at yourself in the mirror and be like, self,
The road is submerged.
I know, but it's our only option.
insert next thing you might be doing here. Do I really want to waste my time doing this? Does it bring me peace? Does it make me happy? Does it bring me any sort of joy, any pride in doing so? Or am I doing it to please somebody else possibly? Does it legitimately make me happy? If it doesn't, maybe don't do it. So as I said, I was done with this. I'm actually going to add a part to the end, or maybe I'll stick it in the middle of the video, whichever applies. I'm not really sure. But one of the things I wanted to mention in regards to Tedium, in direct relation to this game, actually,
Where's the transportation?
is this game actually has a really good story. You wouldn't know completely if you just played it like straight. But
There's no power.
if you actually go ahead
Check the power control room under the
and do a bunch of the side quests and, like, I don't know, you go ham and just decide to do everything like I did, then yeah, you'll see that there is quite a bit to be found in the, like, data logs and collectible things that you get and whatnot. But they could have just, you know,
organize the code in order to restore power.
they could have just told their story within the main story of the game, and it would be less tedious for people, and you don't have to do whatever. Speaking of Tedium, I don't want to figure this out. You know what, this is perfect. As I was saying, basically, the point's pretty much wrapped up now. Fucking hell, I don't want to do this shit. This is why YouTube exists. Here's how you avoid Tedium right here. Stellar Blade number puzzle. It's probably not how I get this, but it might turn up. So now that we're done with that, was there anything else I had to... I was going to say, know thyself. Know thyself, take back thy time,
Something is heading our way.
Don't worry.
and have thyself a good night.
This ancient
Later.
from